How you doing? So I don't know what to call this video, so I'm just gonna title it MCOC Prediction. And I'm gonna have a playlist down below as the title of the video, MCOC Predictions. So um, when it came to my 2023 predictions, they were pretty much obvious that we were gonna have 6-star rank fives, 7-star rank twos, and Thronebreaker crystals. The only difference is it's not called Thronebreaker crystals, it's called Paragon crystals because kabam, they got greedy and they just want to satisfy the whales and forget the Thronebreaker crystals, so they end up calling it Paragon crystals and leave out the Thronebreaker people, which is kind of unfortunate. So then I made another video saying we will have a 6-star rank 5 in 2022, and it turned out, Magus did have a 6-star rank 5 in 2022. So when it came to my MCOC predictions, as far as I'm not really sure why did I call what to call it, so I'm just gonna say MCOC predictions. So I said Scorpion was gonna be the best science champion in the game, or he's bound to get nerfed. And this is actually the most pride, I don't know what to call it, really video that I made when it comes to MCOC. I knew without a doubt the Scorpion was going to be the best science champion, or he was about to get nerfed. And as you could see by the title, and it really surprised me. It took at least 3 months for people to realize that this champion is good. you know, we had Karate Mike had to do 53 endgame solos, you know, to prove that Scorpion is good and he can do more, if not probably easily do more than 53 endgame solos. And and to be fair, the Venom synergy, it wasn't working like at least the first month, maybe the first 2 months. That's why people didn't realize that how good Venom is. And if Kabam knew how powerful that Venom synergy is without a doubt, Scorpion would have been nerfed. I think Scorpion with the Venom synergy is as close to broken champion as there is. If there's any such thing as a broken champion, Scorpion is the closest champion to be there because of that Venom synergy. And wait until we see like Everest content, like Abyss type, any type that's gonna be really challenging. You could see Scorpion with the Venom synergy. He's gonna do some pretty decent damage. So what else? So this is another video that I was happy to make. Kitty Pryde better than Ghost. I think it's pretty obvious now. If we had a vote, that most people will say that Kitty Pryde is better than Ghost, and it's really not like it's kind of obvious because Kitty Pryde compared to Ghost, it's like she doesn't require the synergies that Ghosts have that Kitty Pryde can do. Like Ghost requires the hood synergy, so she doesn't take damage when she phase, and then she needs the Wasp synergy to become unblockable when it comes to her special too. Where Kitty Pryde is pretty much built into her kit. She doesn't need synergies for that. So I think also Kitty Pryde is one of those champions that is really close to broken. She's one of the closest champions to be broken for sure when it comes to Kitty Pryde. King Groot buff is very, very Groot. I think Groot buff is the best tune-up in MCOC. I don't really know I'm not even sure which buff came first. Tune-up buff came first. Was it King Groot or Kingpin? But even now, for me personally, I think King Groot's buff is better than Kingpin. Perhaps because it's my masteries. I don't know exactly. But I know for most people, they're going to probably pick Kingpin as a better tune-up buff than King Groot. But for me, I think King Groot is underrated. And I personally like playing with King Groot better than Kingpin. So I was happy to make this video as well. Diablo being the best Mystic champion in the game and the best buff of 2021, and really the best buff in MCOC. I really, this is the one I value the most or take pride the most. I'm not even sure what to call it. I think I take pride the most. This is what I take pride the most when it comes to MCOC. When it came to Scorpion, this is the one that I value the most, I say, because there's no doubt Scorpion is the best science champion in the game. When it came to Diablo, there's obviously some, arguably the best Mystic champion and best buff in the game, but to me, I take pride the most when it comes to being the best buff in MCOC as well as best Mystic champion. I did make it out on this video, which I'll have on the playlist, MCOC Predictions, that, if you're not running Damage Mastery, I think Doom is still better. You can make an argument Doom is still better. But for me, when I was playing MCOC, that if since I run Damage Mastery 24/7, with Damage Mastery, I think Diablo is better. In fact, I've soloed more fights with my 5-star Diablo than a 6-star rank 3 Doom. Just think about it. I solo more fights with my 5-star Diablo than a 6-star rank 3 Doom. It might even be like, I might be able to I've soloed more fights with my 5-star Diablo than any champion in MCOC. I mean, it's so close actually that I almost pretty much like soloed more fights with Diablo than all my other champions combined. Think about it. I mean, it's pretty close. But really, when I get to side quests or like whatever it is called, Cavalier quests, uncollected quests, or something like that, I just use Diablo because it's just fun to play with. Sometimes I use like Corvus Glaive just because it's faster and get it over with. But really, if I want to just showcase how good Diablo is, especially when it comes to the side quests, I'll just use them the entire path. In some cases, he'll not only solo the entire quest, but solo with 100% health. That's how good he is. That's why I think he's the best buff in the MCOC. And to me, he's the best Mystic champion in the game. But, Absorbing Man just came out, and I made another video on it. I don't have a screenshot of it, but you can make an argument that Absorbing Man is better than Diablo for being the best Mystic champion in the game, as long as if you know how to use him. And I think Legacy is the first person to agree with me on that. So let's start with Quicksilver being the best science champion. I think this one is, you could kind of say it's a miss. I did say it's a question mark. And also in the video, I pointed out that Scorpion, with synergies, I think is still better than Quicksilver. Then I said that Quicksilver could be better than Scorpion without synergies if you know how to use them. So this was kind of a miss. I don't think, now thinking about it, I don't think Quicksilver is not even comparable to Scorpion, not even close. Without synergy, with or without synergy, especially with synergy. I mean, some can make a case that Quicksilver is the best science champion in the game, but I don't think so. So let's go with Juggernaut being the best buff of 2022. I think if we had a vote, I definitely think that Juggernaut is gonna win for sure, especially if you play Battlegrounds, and that's probably gonna be a landslide. I think definitely the Juggernaut was the best buff of 2022. So when it came to Yondu, this was kind of like a miss. Out of all the buff predictions I had, this was definitely the biggest miss I had when it comes to Yondu. Even though I think he's underrated, and I didn't say that he was going to be like a great buff or anything, just a good buff. I think this was a miss when it came to Yondu. He's still a decent champion, but not as good as I was expecting. So that was a bit of a miss when it came to Yondu. So as I mentioned, I'm going to have it on the playlist as MCOC Predictions. And you'll see all these videos on it. Thank you.